welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a general reading, so whatever comes out. Let's call in spirit with some enchantment. I hope you're having a great day so far. I've missed you guys. It was a really busy weekend, including I finally fell down my stairs, you guys. I'm pretty clumsy, so it's a little bit amazing that it took this long for it to happen, but yeah. Ow. Anyways, like I said, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're going to start with the Voyage of the Soul Oracle, and then we'll dive into the tarot. I have a feeling we're going to need the OG, the Rider-Waite, but we'll see. What do we have for the collective today? Wisdom. Unlock gateways. Key. Training. Knowledge. Soul power. And then we have Haunting. Curse. Lost souls. Eerie. Psychic attack. And dark force. I get the sense that we have a reading here for somebody that has been plagued with some toxic energy, possibly some pretty manipulative people in their life or near them that wanted to stop them in their goals or stop them from leaving or prevent them from being successful in love or career. But with this wisdom card coming out first, it feels to me like whoever I'm reading for, you've managed to stay at least one step ahead of these people for a while now. And it feels to me like this has enabled you to get to a certain point where now you can maybe make it even harder for these people to know where you are or what you're doing. I just feel like we're dealing with somebody here who has restricted access. So possibly friends who previously had access to you no longer do. We have Tomorrow and Alive coming out. Interesting. Begin again, continue, ahead, better days, and relief. And then under Alive, we have excitement, boldness, vigor, dynamic, zest, and movement. I love that word zest. I think I just used it yesterday, actually. So, yeah, exactly what I was saying. There's something here about I've been through some pretty dark days, or I've had some, betrayals or not very great outcomes to things that I had hoped would end better. And we're having almost like, I see like the World card in my third eye, which is basically like end of a certain chapter and beginning of a new chapter, because there's some different energy or different setting perhaps even, and that this change is going to bring about a lot of happiness and like new opportunity. Because somebody's excited here. Yeah, see, now we have Karma, which has cycles, fortune, destiny, and divine intervention underneath it, and mystery. This is beautiful. Whoever I'm reading for, you've done the work. It feels like you've gone through a lot of difficult things, but you've also done your best to stay true to your character or learn the lessons from those karmic situations that you were in. And now it feels like there are hands behind the scenes trying to make sure that things work out the way that you would like them to. In other words, it feels like you're at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. With mystery, silence, captivating, secrets, high priestess, mystic, and hidden, I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you have recently noticed that your intuition has gotten stronger, or maybe you feel like you have access to something new or different and you're trying to figure that out. With the mystery component here, I feel like you will figure it out, but it might take a little bit. You may need like help from another person, is kind of the feeling I'm getting there. Okay, so yeah, we're going to dive in next with the Rider-Waite, which is what I like to call the OG. All right, what else do we have? So the person I'm reading for, it feels to me like you have learned some lessons and become a little bit more adept at discerning the true nature or intent or motivation behind somebody's like words or actions, because you've run into a lot of people that are either codependent or dishonest. The Seven of Swords is one of my least favorite cards, and here it's paired with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you have probably dealt with multiple iterations or multiple people who fit the same archetype or profile of somebody who lies, deceives, shows false versions of themselves, and it's all because they want to control or manipulate or like latch on to somebody who can provide for them. Right. And so there's been this sense of imbalance, like you give more than the other person pretty consistently, even though you don't necessarily want to be transactional about it. I get the sense that I'm reading for somebody who's like noticed over time, like I'm always the giver. It's kind of old. Interesting. So this change in your life that's, I believe, already started, but really kind of like ramping up. Like you might be seeing little things here and there turn out in your favor and you didn't expect them to. And it's like you're kind of taking notice of everything seeming to more so be like in your favor. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse, the Five of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you've pushed out of your bubble and denied access to anything or anyone that would make it difficult for you to remain in a healed state and avoid drama. And people are finding it really difficult to irritate you, get you, to a place where you want to argue or anything like that. People are finding you a little bit more unshakable, I think would be the word. Sorry, it made me think of I think it's Molly Brown, that was on the Titanic, I believe. And I think her nickname was like the Unshakable or the Unsinkable or some weird shit. All right. Anyways, that might even just been like a fictional character from the movie. Feel free to correct me. So this is the Meta Muse. I'll get some additional clarity here for you. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, see, these are individuals who wanted to sneak around and take from you, but they were refusing to be generous with you or honest with you. So this would be somebody, for example, that refuses to be honest with you about how they feel or refuses to share in their wins with you, even though they expect you to share your winnings with them. It may be more so the last one, since we have the Princess of Pentacles coming out in reverse. It's very interesting. We have the Princess of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who has had, like I said, multiple iterations of the same archetype. You are only here to take from me, and you'll probably deceive or attempt to deceive me on what you care about or what you're actually actively pursuing or your motivations, right? What is your intent? I don't think you've gotten an honest answer, not for a long time. We have the Two of Cups, clarifying the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I think I'm speaking with somebody who would pretty regularly find themselves falling in love with somebody who is greedy or selfish or willing to prioritize money over love. Weird. And this pattern of falling for people that would be like kind of lazy, unmotivated, argumentative, controlling, jealous. it has gotten to the point where we have somebody that is really taking another look at their life and asking themselves, has it been difficult for me to enjoy myself or to, stay in a healed state and avoid the drama because I am around people who like to incite drama? What can I do to change this? Somebody is going through like a bit of an awakening here with the Hanged Man. That's all about changing your perspective, right? You're hanging upside down. So I feel like somebody here is determined to no longer experience the betrayals they've experienced in the past, and they feel like they've understood more clearly in the recent past here how to avoid this particular kind of pain because they can identify what kind of people have brought that to them. So the first two we have out, the Chariot and the Four of Wands. I don't think it's necessarily a masculine or a feminine. I think I'm reading for both masculine and feminine right now. So lay those genders however you want to, and keep in mind some people are non-binary. We've got the Chariot and the Four of Wands clarifying the Four of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles in the reverse. We have somebody here who would, I think, be kind of rushed by individuals into a commitment before they really got a chance to figure out who this person was. So this could be somebody who was a little too quick to judge somebody's moral character. Maybe they got swayed by the good looks or the passionate sex, the hobbies you have in common, the stimulating conversation. Somebody has realized that they need to slow down their approach into a relationship because that's what ends up getting them caught with people who want to use them. So we have the Devil and the reverse. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way. We have somebody who's been able to release people, or perhaps even a tendency to codependency, and look at love differently. How can I approach this idea of relationships in a way that doesn't result in being manipulated? We had the High Priestess come out sideways. Interesting. Somebody is realizing that in order to stay in this healed state and avoid dealing with takers that are lazy and like kind of mooch, there's a need to, number one, spend more time alone, perhaps more time with meditating type activities, making art, going for nature walks. But I fear we also have a desire to reject or keep away from those that would seek to, you see her like side eye? Seek to control you through some sort of misguided intuition. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has dealt with a mother figure or a father figure or a relationship where somebody was trying to tell you this is reality and this is how it is, but it ended up being a complete falsehood. And with the Four of Cups in the reverse, we now have Five of Cups in the reverse, Five of Wands in the reverse, Five of Wands in the upright, and now Four of Cups in the reverse. So it's like what used to intrigue me no longer intrigues me. I see it as just toxicity or drama. And what seemed maybe a little bit more boring now fascinates me. It's like a different viewpoint on how people use their energy and a desire to find something that's more reliable and consistent instead of all over the board and unpredictable. Like, I want to control the controllables and spend time with people who know how to go through a chaotic situation without completely losing their shit. Seven of Cups. That's all about emotional confusion and options. Somebody is looking at the options in front of them and seeing for the first time that a lot of those cups, they're filled with people that are dishonest, like this Seven of Swords. If this is resonating for you, go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. We're going to continue with the situations deck. That's funny. All right, so we have interview, trash, and racing. So this is interesting because we have the Chariot, right? I feel like we have somebody who is getting a little desperate, trying to force a conversation because somebody who used to let them walk all over them is no longer letting them do that. In other words, somebody from your past who I'm reading for is noticing that you have changed your spots. You are no longer dealing with their bullshit. And they're trying to figure out a way to continue to manipulate you, and you are not easy to manipulate anymore. So I feel like there are people, perhaps even more than one here, that are a little bit disappointed to find out you are no longer a doormat, and they don't know how to manipulate you anymore. You may have moved recently, or you may be considering a change of scenery because you no longer want to be around the people who have tried to manipulate you. So it could be that we're talking about a divine masculine or to a divine masculine here, but we do have a divine masculine involved. And I feel like part of what is going on for this divine masculine is learning who is meant to be in his life and who should be rejected. It's a bit of a hermit vibe with this card. Like, yeah, I went through a lot of shit because I interacted with people that didn't care about me. So it's like I'm locking myself away and not dealing with people unless I know I can actually trust them or that they're worth, the energy. All right, we'll get a couple cards from the Gypsy Oracle and then we'll call it a day. We have thought and conversation. So this is clarifying interview and trash. It feels to me like somebody is saying, I don't care what words come out of your mouth. I'm going to use my intuition to figure you out. I'm going to figure out whether or not you're a trustworthy person, not by your words, but by your actions. So if you are not, then you're going to get no heave-ho. It's not worth my time anymore to put up with the people who want to claim that they're there for me when in all reality, they're there to gossip or be a groupie or try to take from me. These kinds of individuals are no longer welcome. So we have child coming out. This clarifies sold and reunion. There's somebody here that you knew long ago that you're reuniting with. This is either the divine masculine that you're reuniting with or you are the divine masculine. Take it how it resonates. Remember, we have masculine and feminine energies within us all, so you can come out as either. So we have wedding in the reverse. Why do we have wedding in the reverse? Interesting. For some of you, there was an attempt to baby trap somebody in order to get a marriage. Somebody really wanted to lock down a stable individual and figured the best way to do that would be with a baby. But with wedding and gift in the reverse, I feel like for some of you, that was not in the cards, meaning someone may have miscarried or lost a baby. If that was you, I apologize. That's not a fun thing to go through. But I think what ended up happening here is somebody thought they'd won. Somebody thought they'd claimed another individual, and they have not. They have lost it. They are no longer with this person. And I think it's because their intent was all wrong. And this person, they were trying to, don't trust too many people. Whoever I'm reading for, you don't trust a lot of people. And part of it is this individual who tried to, basically pretend they were, in love with you. And I think they were more so looking to take advantage of you. You are inclined to rule and help people, and you have long been loved by one whom you least suspect. What's that about? So I might have to do a follow-up reading here with a little bit more of a focus on love, because it seems like this is an unfinished story. So I'll get that recorded for you guys later today. I hope you enjoyed it and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.